You need this much Link to retire in 5 years. The financial system is rigged, and most jobs are boring. Or so they say. Now the fact is that your wages are being eaten up by inflation, whether you like it or not. Every day of the year, your money loses a tiny bit of its value, almost unnoticeable in the short run, but over time it piles up. And then there's crypto. Cryptocurrency might be the best chance our generation has at financial freedom and fighting inflation. What if you could retire in just 5 years and follow your passion? Well, it isn't easy, but it is not necessarily difficult either. In this video, we'll look at how much Link you need to retire in 5 years, and make sure to stick around until the end, as the result may surprise you. Let's start by a short recap of what Link is. After all, if you're going to retire with Link, you'd better know the fundamentals. First off, the name of the project is Chainlink. The Link cryptocurrency, created by Chainlink, is intended to reward the maintenance of the Chainlink network. In simple terms, you could say that Chainlink connects smart contracts to the real world. But why is this important? One of the limitations of blockchains in terms of how they gain consensus on a distributed network is that they can only reach consensus on mathematically deterministic problems using data already contained within the blockchain. Now, that was a seriously long sentence, and I know this may sound difficult, but hear me out. Blockchains are limited to transactions involving their native unit of account, such as Bitcoin. If you want to transfer Bitcoin, the blockchain checks whether your address has enough unspent Bitcoin to transfer. If so, your Bitcoin transaction goes through and the ledger gets updated. If not, the transaction is denied. Now the point here is that all this information is regulated and stored within the blockchain. But the problem arises when you want to create a process which involves non-deterministic data that exists outside of the blockchain's database. Because non-deterministic data isn't black and white or true or false, it is difficult for blockchain nodes to reach consensus. Now, why on earth would you want to create a process which involves external, non-deterministic data? The answer is simple. You'd want this to connect your blockchain to the real world by running smart contracts. Chainlink is the solution to all of this. It enables smart contracts on blockchains to react to real-world events. By its own, blockchains are isolated networks, akin to a computer with no internet connection. However, for smart contracts to realize upwards of 90% of their potential use cases, they must connect to the outside world. For example, financial smart contracts need market information to determine settlements. Insurance smart contracts need data to make decisions on policy payouts, and so on. As you can probably imagine, the potential here is enormous. The ambitious plans of Chainlink project, if executed well, could make Link one of the largest cryptocoins by market cap. Now you know the reason why we chose Link over other cryptocurrencies for your retirement plan. Before we move on, please hit the like button if you found this video valuable so far. Alright then, let's get to a really interesting part. How much Link do you need to retire in 5 years and live comfortably for the rest of your life? The first step is to estimate the cost of living. The cost of living varies significantly, and you're required to estimate your cost of living 5 years down the line. So assuming you want to retire in the US, the current cost of living is estimated at approximately $4,500 a month for this calculation, which is $54,000 for 1 year. The median inflation rate in the US for the last 30 years has been 2.4%. Considering 2.4% to be inflation rate per year, the cost of living 5 years from now will approximately be $60,800. Secondly, the most important part of living off of passive income is a regular inflow of money from your investments. The Chainlink blockchain is based on a proof-of-stake approach. As a non-developer, you can lock up your Link holdings to a stake pool run by someone else. In return, you receive rewards. When making this video, the annualized reward rate for staking Link is approximately 5%. You can also run your stake pool yourself, in which case the rewards will be much higher. For this calculation, I've assumed that you will earn a 5% annual return on the value of Link. Ideally, this 5% should be sufficient enough to cover your cost of living every year. The third and final step is to estimate the price of Link 5 years down the line. This is perhaps the most difficult step. Cryptocurrencies have been volatile in the past and probably will be so for the coming years as well. But now that you understand the vision of Chainlink, we can estimate the price of Link based on relative pricing. Bitcoin can be considered for relative comparison, as both Bitcoin and Link have a maximum limited supply. The cap on the maximum supply of tokens give premium value to the token with rising demand. Ethereum can also be considered for relative comparison, since both the Chainlink and Ethereum can be considered to be fundamental parts of the crypto infrastructure. This allows for possibilities of creating decentralized apps, run smart contracts, and increase the utility of other cryptocurrencies. Now, if we look at Bitcoin, it currently has a market cap of $682 billion. Ethereum has a market cap of $323 billion. Chainlink was created in 2017 and officially launched in May 2019. Evidently, it isn't as mature as Bitcoin and Ethereum, but considering the ambitious plans of connecting blockchains to the real world, I've assumed that Chainlink will reach the current maturity level of Bitcoin and Ethereum in 5 years. In other words, with its fully diluted supply of 1 billion tokens, if Link reaches the current market cap of Bitcoin in 5 years, its value will be $721. If it reaches the current market cap of Ethereum in 5 years, its value will be $337. This is a conservative estimation for 2 reasons. First, if Chainlink is successful in its mission to connect blockchains to the real world, it will seriously outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. The potential is just enormous. Chainlink is currently destroying everyone else in its sector, and this sector is vital for reaching mass adoption of cryptocurrencies. Secondly, as more awareness is created around crypto, more people will participate, and the tokens of the project that create value, like Chainlink, will outperform the others. Even then, it's better to be conservative in the crypto world. Therefore, I have estimated the value of Link to the average of $721 and $337, which is $529 in 5 years. Now, so the big question I raised at the beginning of this video: how much Link do you need to retire in 5 years? Before I answer that, please subscribe to this channel to get more videos like this. Considering our assumptions, the number of Link tokens required for you to live off of will be approximately 2,297 in 5 years, or approximately $24,500 in today's value. If you are interested in generating passive income, I recommend you watch this video where I show you how much Cardano you need to retire in 10 years. See you.